Tsetan base camp. So there he has recently been there and done a lot of survey. So I would like now to invite Mr. Tsetan Angchuk to say his words.
In this seminar, I, on behalf of all Ladakh Tour Operator Association, once again say to you all. So, as you all know that Ladakh has recently got the Union Territory, and if you count the last 1 decade, we have gone through so many challenges, particularly environmental challenges. Our experts have rightly mentioned that Ladakh being a fragile ecosystem, we cannot really carry much of mass tourism or bulk tourism. So the debate and the meetings and deliberations are going on in Ladakh at this stage, that how to control, to bring more quality tourism to Ladakh than the mass and the junk tourists, So our experts are available everywhere. We also take the advice from our seniors, advisors and experts in the industry. What I felt is that at the same time, it is also the responsibility of not only the operators, the vendors based in Leh, but also our travel partners from elsewhere of India and also abroad, to take this initiative and how to play a proactive role to bring into quality tourism, high-end tourism. That is the responsibility of all of us. In today's this seminar, the first 2 sessions, our experts has rightly mentioned about the problem we face in Ladakh, the challenges, especially in terms of the environment. So all Ladakh tour operator, which I represent today, we are the apex body into tourism. So from past many years, our association was formed in 1977, and that time we were merely some 10 to 15 members. In today's date, we had some 500 odd members in our association. So being an apex body is also our responsibility. We feel the responsibility to how to curb this menace of the overgrowing tourism. So if you see, initially when tourism was open for open in Ladakh in 1974, that time some 500 tourists arrived. That the source we got from the tourism department. And in today's date, you see we have, past year in 2018, some 3 lakh tourists visited Ladakh. So I would particularly mention taking the opportunity of the seminar that we have to stress much on the promotion and marketing of the adventure tourism. In Ladakh, our experts has rightly mentioned, we have so many diverse kind of tourists are available. The interest of tourists are available, but at the same time, how to, another challenge which I'm just talking about is how to, how to promote, how to bring the tourist, which seems, the graph seems to be going down. I'm talking about in the adventure segment, As you all know, the travel experts are here, that Ladakh is the hub, the mecca for adventure lovers. If you go around the eastern part, the northern part of Ladakh, in the Karakoram area, in the Changtang area, we have so many, vast range of, peaks, as high as 7,700 meters in Saser Kangri, in the Karakoram range, and to the south we have the Lungkun. But the government, urged the government to open more number of these peaks so that, there will be more scope for the inbound tourists, particularly the adventure lovers, be it the trekkers, be it the expedition teams. In Saser Kangri, in the Karakoram range, so far the Indian government is only allowing joint expeditions. That's for, suppose you are arranging a group for the expedition, you have to jointly do the expeditions with the Indian Army. So these sort of things government can slowly, solve the matter. And if you're talking about the eastern part of Ladakh, we have numerous peaks, which can be open for this market, which we are sort of losing, roughly about, if you see, out of 100, a percentage of tourists comes into Ladakh during the short span of time, some 70-80% are domestic market. Of course, in today's day, we don't need any promotion, marketing, special market for the domestic tourist, which is already booming up. But we also have to think about how to bring the inbound market back on the track. That is more important. So why I'm saying that, because when the trekkers come, when the expeditions comes, even the every remote villages, every small families or homestay seeker or this body bands or anybody, everyone take the benefit of this adventure tourism. So I must say on the occasion, thankful to the government of India, especially the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Defense Ministry. In the past 1-2 years, they have done a recommendable job by opening new tourist circuits in Ladakh, and also the jeepable tourist routes in Leh, which were earlier not restricted for the tourists because that area falls under the restricted area. So also recently, our moderator Kalmuto has rightly said that Siachen is now open for the tourist. So far we don't have any notice received from the government. I request the government, the Ministry of Defense to give us the note as early as possible so that we can circulate among our members and the travel fraternity so that they can do the marketing on time for Siachen base. Now talking about Siachen base, I will take a short time because I've been there recently with a team of 20 members from ALTOA. So this Siachen base is some 205 kilometers from Leh in the northern area overcrossing Khardungla. So there's a huge potential for the tourists, especially the leisure, you can say, or cultural tourists, as well as for the adventure seekers. So as per the government notice announcement, the Defense Ministry has said, Rajnath Singh ji has said that tourists will now can go up to Siachen base. Not only the Siachen base, of course that's the highlight of the whole trip, but apart from the Siachen base, there are many small villages along the whole route which can be explored by the tourists. There is huge potential for the cultural seekers and spiritual holistic tourists. For example, there's a beautiful village called Charasa on the left bank of Siachen River, which can be explored by the tourists because that is famous for the ruined fort of Charasa. Some 14th centuries, this historians say that they have got this fact. And also, not only that, if you go further, there's a Ensa monastery and also the Yarma Gombo. That's a holy place, and the figures of Guru Padmasambha is there. And there's a beautiful peak just above the monastery of Ensa, where you can do a parikrama sort of thing for 3 to 4 days. So one can also do short hikes in this area. And not only that, since we coordinate this trip, Siachen-based trip with the local villagers, community people, sarpanchis and all the village heads. So what input we got from them is, there's a huge scope for the, travelers, holistic seekers or the spiritual seekers. And on the way, what we have noticed is there are lots of juniper trees and even sandalwood trees on the way, And you must have heard about the epic legend, Ilingyalam Kesar. The old stories are there, And also on the Karakoram range, there's an old trail one can see just after the Sasuma, this military control area. There's an old trail you can see, and that has the history of the Great Silk Road, which once long time back, the traders from Ladakh's plains of India used to go to Central Asia for trading and all. So all these places one can see. Since due to the restricted time, I cannot go much into detail, but I hope you got a fair idea about the CHN. And you can contact us anytime, our association, for any sort of information in the future also. But lastly, sir, I would like to add that everyone today on this platform is talking about the environmental challenges and environment ecosystem fragile things. I would like to say this is only possible when we all stood together for this. And Ladakh, we don't need much of huge investment because we so far every system is good so far, be it transport, be it hotel. So we don't need much of development. Yes, we need development, but in a more practical and responsible way, more sustainable way. Thank you very much for once again for giving me the chance to put my view. Thank you.
Angchuk, President ALTOA, Ladakh, for his inspiring message. And I'm sure that all of us together, we will be able to achieve the sustainable goal of tourism. Next on the panel is Mr. Tsewang Yangjor. He is the president of the All Ladakh Hotel and Guest House Association. And he has been, as I said, he has been in this field for the last 25 years. He started his small guest house long back, and today he is the owner of one of the best hotels in Ladakh. So I would now like to request Mr. Tsewang Yangjor.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests. So let me introduce myself. I'm a president of All Ladakh Hotel and Guest House Association. So our association was founded in early 80s. So we have around 200 members. As all the members has said, on each topic. So I think I don't have to repeat it again and again. So actually, this is the story of every Ladakhi hoteler in Ladakh that we all started from a guest house, right from the 2 rooms. So the big hotel, like we have 4, 5-star hotels. Those who are 4 or 5-star hotels, they just started from the grass level. So and then we have series of meetings with the minister also regarding the development of areas and all. So the minister already understood that whatever the infrastructure which we have, so those are quite good enough. So whatever will be in terms of like tourism development and all. So we taking care of in the interest of the town. So we want to be a safeguard of our own business. So we are very much sure and very much positive about what the minister has stated. So then, like rightly said, Mr. Tsetan, because we have everything within us, so we hopefully that we can gather our own guests, and then we need to be a responsible in this problem. I can request all the stakeholders, the travel trade organizer, that they should bring a good quality of tourists. I mean, they should, like if they produce any kind of pamphlets or brochure or whatever, it should be mentioned in the pamphlet or the brochure so that we have a good quality of tourism. So we are looking forward to it. So we need a good quality of tourism. So from our side, we are trying to give our best services. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tsewang Yangjor. Now, when we talk about Ladakh tourism for the last, say, 40 years, 30 years, we are only restricted to Leh and surrounding areas. Kargil was just a point for people from Srinagar, coming from Srinagar to Leh. They just spend the night and then come to Leh. Lately, we have been trying to explore and promote Kargil in a big way, because